Just as the outer spaces challenge man to explore them, so do the great depths and shallows of the seas that cover 7/10 of the Earth. Since 1791, the Coast Guard has been studying and charting the seas as man, through the science of oceanography, attempts to uncover their secrets. Secrets as old as the Earth itself, and perhaps many of the answers to man's survival in the centuries to come. Today, the Coast Guard's oceanographic effort is almost worldwide, with stations, cutters, and icebreakers making tens of thousands of observations each year, either in conjunction with their regular duties or on special missions. Oceanography has played a vital role in the International Ice Patrol since it was started in 1914. Cutters of the patrol have studied currents and temperatures to help predict the movement of huge bergs as they make their way from the Arctic ice fields into the shipping lanes of the North Atlantic Ocean. Icebreakers, developed during World War II, have given man a means of access to the extreme north and south polar regions. Each year, Coast Guard icebreakers carry oceanographers and other scientists into these remote ice-locked areas as they probe deeper and deeper into both outer and inner space. Cutters of the Ocean Station Vessel Program provide excellent opportunity for continuous oceanographic research of their station areas in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. During their month-long patrols, these vessels make regular undersea observations while carrying out their weather reporting and search and rescue duties. Even the historic lightships have served as platforms for oceanographic studies as they stand their long vigils. Today, their modern replacements, the offshore towers, are equipped to measure tides, currents, and water temperature, as well as serving their primary function as an aid to navigation. The Coast Guard's oceanographic work was expanded in 1961 when the late President Kennedy authorized intensified efforts in this field. This accelerated program has taken cutters and icebreakers into many strange waters. The icebreaker Northwind has carried government and civilian scientists to within sight of the Siberian coastline to obtain data and samples from the Chukchi, East Siberian, and Laptev Seas. In July and August of 1963, the buoy tender Evergreen probed deep into the northwest Greenland area to make a survey in Kane Basin near the Arctic Circle. Despite the ice, the Evergreen covered over 1,000 miles of oceanographic track, occupying 41 stations to record depth, salinity, temperature, and oxygen readings of these isolated waters. In addition, 3 oceanographic buoys equipped with scientific instruments were set across Smith's Sound. Meanwhile, the cutter Casco, taking part in Operation Equilant, carried American and foreign oceanographers into the tropical Atlantic Ocean area, where they occupied 59 stations and made bathythermograph drops to obtain water temperature at various depths. They made plankton casts to obtain samples of this minute form of undersea life. and made over 200 Nansen bottle casts to obtain selective water samples in round-the-clock operations. In the Casco shipboard laboratory, sea life could be studied as soon as it was brought aboard. Water samples were analyzed to determine their chemical content. In 1964, a special mission took the icebreaker Northwind to Fairway Rock in the Bering Straits to install an underwater telemetry system for the Navy. To record continuous current readings, an underwater cable was run from the rock to a point more than a mile offshore, where one set of sensors were placed on the ocean floor. The second set of sensors were connected to the cable and lowered into the water near the shoreline of the rock. The cable was run up the cliffs to the top of the rock, where an unmanned radio station had been built by the Northwind's crew. This station will transmit continuous readings to a Navy electronic laboratory. Thus, another small task in this great effort is completed. Proud of their long tradition in the conquest of the sea, the Coast Guard moves toward the future, confident that the seas will yield their secrets to man through the science of oceanography.